17.68 million. What is wrong with this champion? You know what? We could just end it here, probably have one of the highest scores I've ever got on this boss. Or we could work out how to turn it into billions. I think that's what we should do. But currently, Mikage is letting the team down, and that is a sentence I never thought I would say. There's no way he's not getting nerfed. They're going to find some way of nerfing, whether it's him directly or something else to do with the mechanics. There's no way they're going to keep this champion the same, because it's just not, it's not right, is it? I like it, but they won't. There's no way. Hi guys, welcome back for another video. As you can see, I'm pretty gobsmacked as to what's going on the screen. Now, I have never ever built one of these infinity style shield growing, go the whole 9 yards and put out a billion damage teams. It's just never been anything that I've kind of had the potential to do. I did pull Brogni about 2 months ago, but I didn't want to invest anything in him because, you know, I was doing my 1 key every day. I didn't ever feel the need to do better. In fact, I specifically built my clan boss team, which is one of the myth air style ones. I built it with the basically the crappiest gear on my account that could get away with the 1 key, so that I could take all that gear and put it somewhere that is actually worthy. And then Titus comes along. Now, yes, I know Mikage just died, so this is all going to fall apart in a minute. But, you know, we're a higher score than I've ever had on this boss, and that's super cool. It's all down to the 13 million hits that this crazy dude is doing. But as we saw there, Mikage got absolutely banged, and that's not going to do if we want to hit the billions. So let's work out what's going on. I've got a funny feeling it's to do with Relentless set and just her being so fast she's taking too many turns. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit out of this and I'll be back in a sec, and let's hopefully work out what's going on. Before we go any further in this video, I just got to let you know that there is a promo code linked down below. This is going to allow you to maybe start a new account. Maybe you want to try the free-to-play life. Maybe you just want to recommend this game to someone else. It's going to give you a massive head start. You're going to start with the likes of Elenaril, and as you level up, you're going to get yourself an Uugo, a Fayne, and a Tagoar. And here's what you need to do. Log out of Plarium Play on your PC and uninstall the game. Click the link in the description, register with a brand new email, launch raid, complete your tutorial, go to your inbox, and boom, claim your first champion. Don't miss out on this chance to get a wicked start in this game. Just click the link below and get your goodies today. I can't really work out what's going on. All I know is that this champion is hitting way too hard. This is essentially, I guess, Infinity 2025 edition. Titus is smacking on average for about 15 mil. We're 45 turns in, so I know that the boss is really hitting quite hard now. This champion's broken. 19.4 million. He's getting nerfed, isn't he? Like something. This is just going to ruin Hydra and Chimera Clash for everyone. As if Trunda wasn't bad enough. Okay, let's see what it can do. See, where he's getting the shield smacked, then he's taking his hit. I think that's where a speed tune could help. I mean, it doesn't actually matter because we 1-keyed it after about 4 minutes. But I think, what did he just add? Let's say about 70k taken off of his shield. But then it grows, then he smacks. I guess the only thing I'm not happy about, in order to achieve this, I've had to rebuild my Mikage and I've had to actually make her worse. But I don't know. I actually genuinely don't know. 18 million. I'm liking Helmet taking the stun because he's doing naff all in this team. All he did was bring a shield in at the beginning and chuck a few buffs out, and then apart from that he kind of doesn't do anything. He is kind of a waste of space. 18 million. Whoa, shit. Okay, so now the boss is hitting even harder. Are you just gonna take away the shield? Is that how this works? I think there's kind of now a fair argument to be made that if you didn't do this fusion and you want to put out just stupid numbers like this, like restart the game, go and do the new player code that they've got for him where you get him and Tholin and a bunch of stuff. I think it's Roanus, and just start again. Like, he's broken. I know they've said they're not going to nerf him, but I can't really see a scenario where they're not going to do something, because this is going to turn Clash into a categorical shit show. See, he's hitting for less now. His damage went up. I think the highest we got was about 19. I think I even saw a 20 in there at one point. But the last few hits he's hit for less than 15, and I can only assume that's because the clan boss is batting down my shield faster than I can grow it, and I don't really know if there's a way to change that. So let's just jump forward. We all know that he's doing dumb numbers now, so we'll see what the score is after however long it takes to run, and then we'll go over some builds and I'll give you my final thoughts. Not that there's actually anything to say apart from he's kind of broken, isn't he? Crazy. Crazy champion.
One eternity later.
Right, as you can see, even Mr. Magic is super impressed by what's going on here. Finally, Helmet died. I wasn't watching, so I don't really know what happened. I don't think we're quite going to hit 1 billion. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, you don't care, do you? He's just here for shards and food. What do you reckon, Magic? What do you reckon? Are we going to hit 1 billion? Are we going to hit 1 billion? I'll tell you what, if we hit 1 billion, I'll give you a treat. You know that word, don't you? So all you've got to do, get us 1 billion. I know. And wave. Yes. You can go up there. Oh, you can eat the keyboard. Get a pug, they said. So yes, look, I wasn't here for... You're all right. I wasn't here to watch this, so obviously Helmet has died at some point. It might be something to do with the fact that he was the stun target. The boss is hitting at ungodly levels right now, so he doesn't really like raid because it's attention taken away from him. But look, we'll run this to the end. I think actually we might hit 1 billion, so someone's going to be happy. If Hatter's taking the stun and not Wixwell, then we're still going to grow the shield. Yeah, we'll come back. We'll see where we end up. Okay, so we have cleared our billion target. I wanted to hit 1.6 just for flex reasons, but I can't see that happening. There's not really many turns left. In terms of what Titus has been hitting, he had a few highs and a couple of lows. At one point he hit for about 20 mil, and then the next hit was about 12, but let's just call it an average of 15, which is utterly disgusting for a free champion, or free. Fusion free, it kind of is. If you save your resources and don't do any events outside of fusions, or just keep it really minimal, then as soon as a fusion comes along, you've got everything you need to do it, and then you're going to get it. So always keep that in mind. It's kind of, I think, as I said in one of my previous videos, I play a lot less raid now, and that doesn't mean I'm not sat here either doing something with raid or not. It just means whenever I see an event pop up, I'm not going to throw everything I've got at it unless I know I'm going to get something good for it. And a fusion like this, that's kind of your reward, isn't it? You can't really go wrong. And also for anyone else that's thinking, oh, well, how am I going to grow my account? How am I going to get more champions? Trust me, if you just pull your shards during fusion events, not only are you going to get your fusion, but you're also going to get other legendaries, other epics and stuff along the way. And you also won't have to stress, because fusions are a second job within a game that's already a second job. So this is just going to wrap up. As far as my thoughts go, I mean, I think this champion is completely broken. I'm not going to say nerf him, obviously. No one wants to see him nerfed. Plus, they've said they're not going to, but I think they're going to find a way of, like, indirectly sorting this out, whatever this score business is, because it's crazy. As we can see, Hatter's shield, well, Hatter's now down. Yeah, maybe it won't go the whole way, but I think the stun target is taking that extra hit. And I guess in this case, I'm lucky it wasn't Wixwell Mikage. Helmet fell first, then Hatter. I don't know who he's going to target next. Probably Mikage. No, see, now he's going for Titus, so it's pretty much GG. That boss is hitting hard. Those hits are like 60 something K, 209k, so he's hitting us for like 300k a time. Obviously all that's being mitigated by the shield, but this is just kind of crazy. We've hit the turn cap. 1.12 billion with Titus doing 1 billion. This champion is broken, but I'm totally here for it. So wow, we can't change the key now. A little tip for anyone, and people should know this: if you're playing on mobile, iPad or something like that, if you're ever doing one of these runs where it's not a quick battle and you decide that you don't want to keep it, just close the app without logging out of the app. So on an iPhone, it's a case of just, swipe up and close the app. If you're on a Mac or a PC, pretty much just force quit the program. Just as long as you don't exit out the normal way, you will keep your key and the run will just reset anyway. But yep, that's locked in. So let's just quickly go through how I did the build. Now, I kind of copied, not directly, but I kind of took some inspiration from something that went in our clan Discord. So we'll start with Mikage. She was in Relentless, but I had to take her out because she kept dying. She was outrunning her shields because she got too many turns and she's quite fast. I will bring up just the total stats and I will include Demon Lord. There's not a lot of Demon Lord area bonuses that I've put in. 3% crit damage and 2% ignore defense. It's not changing the world, but as you can see there, she's just going fast. She's got high accuracy because I use her in arena. Nothing really special going on about Mikage in this team. Hatter is in reflex, because I want to reduce that cooldown so that he's permanently increasing the duration of buffs. Here are his stats. He's running fast, accuracy, resistance, not really much else. I only built him to be a tool, not to be kind of like the headline. Wixwell, I guess he's the one making all the magic happen with the shield growth. He is built in a reflex set as well because we want to cycle round to that skill more often. These are his total stats. 271 speed, not really anything else. Like, he's not in here for any other reason than to grow shields. He is running at 5k defense because I think the initial shield stacks off of defense or scales off of defense. Helmet is just in here because he's in a shield set and he's bringing his A3, which are these buffs. You could argue that to get way more damage out of this team, you could essentially build everyone at 70% crit rate, throw this buff up once and keep extending it. In the team comp, you know, how in the team setup for this team, I use this skill once and then I turn it off, but his stats are as follows. Again, he's in there just for a shield set, 104k HP with about 270 speed. I've kept his crit rate simply because this skill, I'm going to use him elsewhere. This skill scales off of crit because if the first attack is critical, he has a second hit. And then finally, the man of the hour, Titus. Now, I didn't put a blessing on him for this video. I didn't go for the 5-star, I think it was a champ chase or a summon rush. I don't like spending all my shards. I was lucky with booking. I threw 3 books at him and they all went into this. We could put 1 more in him and he's going to just do more damage. Nothing elsewhere, but here are his stats. He's in a 6-piece merciless, mainly for the 6 bonus, the 35% ignore defense, but also we want to reduce his cooldowns, so we want to cycle back to that A2 quickly. Here are his stats. Super high defense, pretty high crit damage, and pretty mediocre speed. Like 217 is not what you'd expect for this level of damage champion, but that's it. There is not much more to say. I need to do a bit of tweaking and I need to work out exactly how this team is working, especially in terms of how the boss's damage decreases your shield. So is that affecting Titus's output? Like I said before, I've never done an Infinity style team before, but I don't have anything else to say. This guy is absolutely ridiculous. I'm really glad I did the fusion. In summary, that's kind of it. I don't have a lot else to say because I've never really done an Infinity comp before. I'm going to do a bit of research into maybe a slightly different speed tune so that Titus is always going before the clan boss hits us, because there must be a scaling thing going on there. But I'm pretty blown away. I really hope they don't nerf this champion, but I can kind of see clash in Chimera and Hydra becoming a bit of an issue with him. If you've got one team for Titus and one team for Trunda, it's going to make things really, really difficult for competitive clans. If you like the video, please feel free to like it, and also drop in the comments below what scores have you got from doing this kind of comp. It's nuts. It's actually crazy. I don't know. I'm glad I built it. See you on the next one.